Hi to everyone. Welcome to e-learning. This is Professor P. Shaktive and M. Nandani, Assistant Professor, Department of EEE, TPGIT, Vellore. This video lecture is related about counters and registers in digital electronics. So first we are discussed about what is counters and types of counters. So counter is a device which stores the number of times a particular event or a process has occurred, often in relationship to a clock signal. So the counters are used in the digital electronics for counting purpose. They can count a specific event happening in the circuit. Sometimes it displays the values which is being counted by the counter. So counter classifications. The counters are classified majorly into two types. One is the asynchronous counter and another one is the synchronous counter. So asynchronous counter. So in asynchronous counter, we don't use a universal clock. Only first flip-flop is driven by the main clock and the clock input of reset of the following flip-flop is driven by output of the previous flip-flops. So this is the one examples of asynchronous counter. So here the first flip-flop is only driven by using a clock pulse. So for the second flip-flop is activated by using the first flip-flop's output. So the output of the first flip-flop is being fed to the clock pulse of the second flip-flop. So in this manner, the asynchronous counter was started to count the number of process. So this is the timing diagram of asynchronous counter. So first the clock pulse is given to the first clock pulse. So after getting the output from the first clock pulse only, the second clock pulse is going to be start. So from the timing diagram, that is the Q naught is changing as soon as the rising edge of the clock pulse is encoded. So that is the output of the first flip-flops. So Q1 is changing when rising edge of the Q naught is encountered, because that output is fed back to the clock pulse of the second flip-flop. So in this way, it produces the output through Q naught, Q1, Q2, Q3. So this asynchronous counter is also called as a ripple counter. So next is the synchronous counter. So in a synchronous counter, we are having only one global clock pulse which drives each flip-flop. So the output changes in parallel. So the main advantages of synchronous counter is that it can operate on a high frequency when compared to the asynchronous counter. It does not have a cumulative delay because same clock pulse is given for each flip-flop. So this is one major advantages of synchronous counter. So this is the some example diagram of a synchronous counter. Here the clock pulse of all the flip-flop is given as a same. So it will produce a output in a parallel manner. So this is the timing diagram of synchronous counter. So working of this is, from the timing diagram, we can see that Q naught bit gives the response to each falling edge of the clock, while Q1 is dependent on Q naught. So Q naught and this Q2 is dependent on both Q naught and Q1. So this flip-flop is dependent on Q2. So this flip-flop is given this depends on this output from the AND gate. So in this manner, the synchronous counter will produce the output. So next is the decade counter. So decade counter will count 10 different states and then reset to its initial state. So a simple decade counter will count from 0 to 9, but we can also make the decade counter which can go through any 10 states between 0 to 15. So it is suitable for 4-bit counter. So this is the circuit diagram of the decade counter, and this is the truth tables of the decade counter. So after reaching the 10th clock pulse, it automatically resets to this starting state. So it keeps on counting the clock pulse. That is called as a decade counter. So this is the working of decade counter is so from the circuit diagram that we have used NAND gate for Q3 and Q1, and that output is feeding to the clear input line, because the binary representation of 10 is 1 0 1 0, and we see that Q3 and Q1 are 1. If we give an AND of this 2 bits to clear input, then counter will be clear at 10, and again it starts to the first pulses. So these are all the counters. These are the sum counters present in the digital electronics. So next is the formula. So number of flip-flops used in a counter is always greater than or equal to the number of states in the counter. So this is taken as a formula for counters. So next is the registers. So group of flip-flop connected together is called as a register. For n-bit register will consist of n number of flip-flop, and it is capable of storing n-bit data. So the binary data in a register can be moved within the register from one flip-flop to the another flip-flop. The register that allows such data transfers are called shift register. So shift register is nothing but which is going to be transfer the data from one flip-flop to the another flip-flop. So there are the 4 types of flip-flops are available. So one is the serial input and serial output register. Next is the serial input and parallel output register. Third is the parallel input and serial output register. Finally, fourth one is the parallel input and parallel output register. So this is the diagram of the serial in and serial out shift register. This is also called as a SISO, SISO. So in this shift register, it allows a serial input and also produce a serial output. So we are giving a serial input. So after giving a clock pulse, we are get a serial output. So this is called as a SISO register. So next is the serial in parallel out shift register. So in this shift register, which allows the serial input and produce the parallel output. So this is called as a SIPO, that is SIPO register. So next one register is the parallel in and serial out shift register. So here this in this shift register, it allows the parallel input and produce a serial output. So this is the circuit diagram of the parallel in serial output register. Here we are giving a parallelly input to the flip-flops and we are getting a serial output. So next final shift register is the parallel in parallel out shift register. Here we are giving a a parallel input as well as we are getting a parallel output. So in case of a shift register, we are using a D flip-flop. So D flip-flop is a data transfer flip-flops. Whenever I am giving a clock pulse to the D flip-flop, it just transfer the storage bit into the another flip-flop. So in this video, we are discussed about what is counters, various types of counters, and next is the registers and various types of registers. Thank you for watching my video.